What a win in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And with that said, welcome into another fun-filled Cubs postgame live presented by Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. And I have a nugget of knowledge for you. The Cubs, they're now 13-1 when they hit 2 or more home runs. And that one was of grand fashion. Michael Busch seeing the ball, hitting the ball in PCA. Let me just tell you, this kid is on one these days. And right here, his third career multi-home run game. Part of the reason why the Cubs absolutely ran roughshod over the Milwaukee Brewers and had that man screaming expletives from the top of his lungs. 10-0, the final at Wrigley North. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. I'm Cole Wright at your service alongside my partner in crime. It's a 17-year big leaguer, Cliff Floyd. And Cliff, now 7 games above 500, 3-1 in division play, and they wasted 0 time. They jumped on the Milwaukee Brewers right off the top.
This lineup is as potent as any in all leagues.
All baseball.
All of baseball. And when you think about, excuse me, their hit and run scoring position, 6 for 14, and how they started the game, I mean, it's really
with
fun
a
to
bang.
watch.
They waste no time, as we said. The 8th game so far this season with 10 or more runs. That is the first in the bigs. And Carson Kelly, this man is having a renaissance season for his career. And I asked you just when he was hitting that double off the base of the wall versus the position play, is he that good? And he said, it's a position player, but either way, you have to see the ball, you have to hit the ball.
No, you really do. And he's doing a fantastic job of just taking advantage of his opportunity. Everything just looks, calm, cool, and collect. It just starts with, how they're doing the little things off the, off the rip. Ian Happ has been the table setter that you look for. If you're going to be a championship-type caliber team, you need Ian Happ to be what he's doing.
And both of us had apprehension with Happer in that leadoff spot at the beginning of the year and even last season, didn't we?
Yeah, we really did. And I think, what you're looking for and what we've seen is the prototypical leadoff guy gets on base, steals a bag, get in scoring position is what you need. This team is hitting the ball at the ballpark. This team is hitting balls all over the place. The middle of the order is as good as you can put that middle order up against anybody. And I've never seen them beat up on Milwaukee like this. We've seen them beat up on them. But when you see empty seats in Milwaukee in this rivalry, it's serious. I mean, maybe they left early, but I just don't feel like the Milwaukee Brewers team is what we've seen them be as they beat up on the Cubs last year.
Well, maybe the empty seats are because Cubs fans, they said, you know what, we'll just watch this one on Apple TV tonight, and then we'll catch the post game. We don't want to get stuck in traffic. We want to see what Cliff has to say after this W right here in that second inning. That was the biggest inning for the Cubs offensively all season long, and Michael Busch, he was the one who punctuated that.
Yeah, Michael Busch is having a fantastic sophomore season, and you always wait for that sophomore slump, right? Just how you gonna make the adjustments, how you gonna adjust to what these guys are doing, because he had a pretty good rookie season. And when you think about all the things that he's doing, I think it's about him just understanding what pitchers are going to do and how the league approaches you. So these are little things that you're watching throughout the game, and I'm saying to myself, bases loaded gets a 94 on black inside from Priester, and I'm saying, okay, now look at this pitch, Cole. That's a backdoor curveball, and Bushy says, no, you're not going to double up on me and get me out with runners in scoring position. It's not going to happen. I'm going to look out there. If you freeze me with a fastball in, I got to tip my hat. But I don't think you're going to do it. Home plate umpire gave it to him. He goes, I'm going to stay out there. Look at the backside. He never committed. His hands never left. This is the first pitch. Look at that ball off the plate, right? The second one, he goes, boom. Look where the bat head is. When you're talking about covering every inch of the plate, to me, that's the adjustments to the adjustments. When you hear me, you go, man, what are you talking about? The adjustment to the adjustment.
Sure.
Understand that these guys gonna double up, and why wouldn't you? Right? You throw a ball off the plate, you get a strike. I'm gonna double up. So the maturity, the understanding of what guys are doing, to me, it just makes so much sense to why you can trust this team to be doing this for the whole season. You can trust that they're going to keep it going. You're going to trust that they're going to, keep battling and having fun, because, like I said yesterday, they're not hoping.
No.
They really come with an attitude, with a vengeance. They're edgy. They have a group that they know can win, and you have the guys that believe, whether you're a veteran in Hap or a youngster in PCA.
Yeah, Michael Busch, he had a 45% chance of striking out in that at bat, but
how did you know that?
That's what it said in the bottom corner of the screen, and well, Michael Busch, he threw all that out of the window, and we know what he's been able to do so far this season. The league ranks at first base. He is top 5 in nearly every single category that really matters, with a minimum of 115 plate appearances. This guy is slowly but
All-Star
surely
game?
starting to come into his. I mean, why not? Who wouldn't vote for him? You know,
right.
The Chicago fans, they're going to come out in droves to stuff that ballot box. And Michael Busch, not only is he getting it done with the bat, but his defensive skill set, it's coming really to the front. You see the Gold Glove, Alex Cohen, he said, this is a guy who could be a shoo-in for Gold Glove. It was a dark horse pick, but he's picking it at first.
No, he is picking it, and you know it's come from hard work. They put a lot of work in. We watch them when we go across the street when they're at home, and they are always grinding, always getting that work. He wants to be really good. He's soft-spoken, but he wants to go out there and grind it. He wants to be a star. This is what you have to do, especially you don't want to be forgotten on a team like this. I think this team is special. I really do. I think they're going to do some things this year that's going to be really special, get deep into the postseason, be a playoff contending team. That's all you can really hope for.
Sure.
They have adversity just like every team. You got to figure out the bullpen and third base, which Nicky Lopez is playing a good third base. Absolutely. He hasn't got a hit yet. But you don't want to be left out. And when you don't want to be left out, you do all the things you have to do to help that team put a dub in that win column every night.
Yeah, special team with special players, and if there's one person that's standing out, especially, it's Pete Crow Armstrong, and we saw him tonight. There's a reason why he's so fiery when he doesn't do what he wants to do.
Well, you okay with it?
Love it. Love it.
And listen,
continue.
I'm not. It's not that I'm not okay with it. I just believe when he's doing this, I'm like, he wants to hit every pitch, and I get it. I'm not knocking it, because when you can take that pitch out the ballpark, that's a ball that's down the dirt. The only person I've ever seen do this, and listen, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, he's already there, is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Senior.
The best bad ball hitter quite possibly of all time.
I used to be on deck and go, there's no way possible that ball goes 450 feet. He hit it off his shoestrings. There's no way possible. But when you watching Pete from the opposite side, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way possible he hits this ball. Now, Lance and I did a breakdown of him hitting bad balls that's down out the zone. And I'm saying if they're down, cool. It's the ones that he's swinging at outside the box, in the right-hander's batter's box, and above the box. Now, I'm not getting on him. I'm just saying, once he cuts that out, it's dangerous for a long time. And that's the difference. It's like he knows he can hit that pitch, so I think in his mind, he's like, oh, I can hit anything, right? I don't care where it's at. So he has to dial it back just a little bit without being over the top and not overthinking, because I know what you're saying. Ooh. I just believe that's where he's at.
Okay, you see Pete in the post-game interview. Oh, thirst quencher.
Come on, man.
The orange variety.
Come on, man. You mess up my glove in my hand, dog.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if I like that.
See, look at him looking at the glove. He's like, come on, man.
Good thing I'm sure he's got a Wilson sponsorship, so he gets a few free gloves.
Can't mess with the gamer, bro. Like, what did you?
That's true. That is true. It's broken in very specifically. Pete, hopefully, it's able to dry off a little bit. Danny and the guys in the clubhouse, they'll be able to take care of you, because you're taking care of this team, especially with the power numbers. Since April 13th, you know the power explosion from Cal Raleigh, O'Neal Cruz, Alex Bregman, but PCA, one of the guys on Twitter, Dan Clark, said PCA, he's so overrated the other day.
Who said that?
Dan Clark. Do you think PCA is overrated at all?
Do you want the clicks? Like, stop playing with me. Yeah. Like, when you watch this kid, it's something for me where I'm always trying to have a comp. I mean, we've been doing it, you and I, for a long time, trying to figure out the comps and all this. It's going to be hard pressed. It's going to be hard pressed to find a comp that plays like this kid, that can do what he can do, 5-tool, like everything. Even when he's doing something where you're like, don't do it, because don't write it down, because I'm not going to get it. Because I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down. I'm about to think about it. Hailed from Chicago. What? Made some unbelievable catches in a hefty bag. Come on, Cliff. Curry Pucky. Absolutely. When you think about you got to go left-handed, man, doing comps, man. Okay, all right. You got to do left-handed. Right. I'm all in the left-hander's batter's box. I'm all in center field. Like Curry Puckett, you got to be careful, because people listening to that. Curry Puckett is what's different. Those some pretty lofty expectations. I mean, you better be a little careful with that. Okay, well, I don't necessarily want to put him in the pride of Triton right there, but PCA, what he's been able to do, he has been swinging that stick, and he's been doing it with authority. We're going to hear from the guys, and Craig, you see the smile splayed all across his face. That means that this night, it was a good one. More Cubs Postgame Live.